Daniel was an interpreter of dreams. Actually, it's not a dream, it's a vision. Okay? That should be underlined. So Daniel, interpreter of dreams, interpreter of vision. Commentary 5, 1 to 12. Remember this Old Testament stuff. The sacrilege committed by the king and his court and their idolatry. Remember Antiochus Epiphanes? We talked about Antiochus Epiphanes, the king who sacked the temple and looted its sacred vessels. In the book of Maccabees. Five, 13 to 28. Second line. Daniel makes it clear that he never acts for personal gain. He is ready to interpret the writing on the wall, but he wants the king to acknowledge the Most High God as his Father. Okay? Next paragraph, 4 words, double underline, mina, shekel, paras, also the half mina. Let's continue that. Daniel links them to 3 verbs that sound like them. The verb mana, meaning to measure, sakal, to weigh, and paras, to divide. The last of the words in the Masoretic text is the plural parsim. So it's like Persians in Aramaic. So the end of the Babylonian Empire, the arrival of the Persians is announced. That's how Daniel interpreted the vision. The key here is, in very simple phrase, the book of Daniel chapter 5 is saying, glorify God and God alone. That's all. That's the very bottom line message of Daniel chapter 5. So, Daniel 3 is the sum. Give glory and eternal praise to Him. Sun and moon, bless the Lord. Praise and exalt Him above all forever. You know, Daniel chapter 3, this verses 62 up to 67, you cannot find this in the Protestant Bible. This is part of the Daniel book that was deleted by King James. The Gospel of Luke 21 talks about the destruction of Jerusalem and the end of the world, which we have been talking about here. Commentary 19. Jesus foretells all kinds of persecution. That should be underlined. Something inevitable is underlined. And most of all who desire to live a godly life in Christ Jesus will be persecuted. You see this in the second book of Timothy chapter 3 verse 12. If they persecuted me, they will persecute you. Remember he said in John 15? Commentary by Saint Cyprian. Excuse me, before that, the paragraph before that, first line, second, the obligation of every Christian to be ready to lose life rather than offend God. And only those who attain salvation will persevere until the end. We won't be just talking about it. Whoever perseveres to the end. Remember, you can lose your life. It's better that you lose life than offend God. Saint Cyprian commentary. This homily is 1,810 years old. He was a bishop of Carthage. By patient endurance, you will save your lives. If you go down where it says Galatians 6:10, 9, about charity, perseverance, and patient endurance. Love is patient, love is kind, love is not jealous, it does not put on airs, love is not prone to anger, neither does it brood over injuries. There's no limit to love's forbearance, to its trust, its hope, its power to endure. You see all this in 1 Corinthians chapter 13. Remember? Love is kind, love is not jealous. Then flip the pages, go to inspiring articles. Hope versus presumption. This is beautiful. Hope. I hope it doesn't rain today. What kind of hope is that?
True.
I hope it doesn't rain today. Is that the theological virtue of hope?
No.
Or is this a worldly volition? Okay, this author here has published this to explain about Christian hope. Hope against hope. This is a beautiful article.
Natural hope.
It's about hope, despair, presumption. Please read this, okay? The Bible class does not end after we eat. The Bible class begins in your own time when you read this on your own, together with the notes. Okay? And then the image of the invisible God, the true Son of God, the Word made flesh. Have you heard that Jesus is the image of the invisible God? And then in Genesis chapter 2 it says, we have been created in the image and likeness of God. Right? Which means, if we have been created in the image and likeness of God, how can anyone sin against his or her neighbor? And Jesus was very clear, whatever you do to those around you, you do it to him. So how can you ever even think of sinning against anyone, knowing that when you do it to that person, you do it to Christ? How is that possible? And yet people sin. And yet people offend other people. People offend other people. People bother other people. Right? Funny story, you can read that. Quote for this week, St. Peter Julian Amard. Jesus truly present in the Blessed Sacrament, his body, blood, soul, and divinity. Apologetics. How do the saints in heaven hear us? Try reading this. You will have an answer to questions and complaints about